We live in an exciting time, one in which business and technology are coming together with people, creating a bridge from the past, business as usual, into a new reality in which technology is being utilized to drive change and to solve problems, helping leaders adapt to economic change, environmental change, workforce changes, and changes in customer behavior. Over the past years, billions have been invested in AI to better anticipate, respond to customer needs, and deliver better customer experience. The metaverse, with virtual reality, NFTs, representations of product, are being used to attract new generations and new customer bases, creating significant value in the overall metaverse market, such that leaders are recognizing in order to survive and to thrive, there's an opportunity to transform and to do so rapidly. Technology adoption is at an all-time high, with Chat GPT attracting 1 million users in just 5 days from the launch in November. And through the past months, those users have tripled, such that there's 10 million daily users already, only 3 months after announcement. And companies mainstream like Microsoft investing $10 billion in Chat GPT in order to build this new way of assimilating, understanding, and organizing information into our common applications. Just think, you can go into Microsoft Word and need to create an article. All of the background and information can already be populated, so you're not having to work from a clean slate. We as humans have the opportunity to take that assimilation of information by Chat GPT, analyze it, discern it, pull out the red threads, and use our human ingenuity and our creativity to build it into a final product. People are freed from daily boring tasks through technologies such as Chat GPT, or its recently renounced brother, if you will, Bard from Google, giving us more opportunities to be creative. Similarly, through virtual reality, where we can explore, we can experiment, we can try things, whether it's trying out that new car or it's experimenting with how we can better perfect the design of a product, whether it's learning how we can address new needs and new societal changes, or exploring new paradises. This is the new reality where artificial intelligence, along with augmented and virtual reality perfected through gaming, comes together with a new web platform referred to as Web3 to create the metaverse. Now, this hasn't just come out of a silly lab in Silicon Valley where people have been smoking stuff. This has come from years of growth and evolution. We think back, it was only 30 years ago that the internet was made public, if you will, and there was a World Wide Web in which we could connect to people and have basic conversations. That grew very quickly to what we're using today as Web 2, where we have access to a lot of different tools, services, capabilities. But in this Web 2 environment, we have that access through a lot of these very large players that act as gateways. So we go into our Facebook account, or we go into other applications using our login, whether it's for Facebook or Google or Microsoft, and we have access, but it's all controlled by a few large players that then have access in exchange for the service of giving us these tools, have access to our data, can provide us with ads, can provide us with limited services based upon what we're corresponding with and what we're working with. So it limits our capabilities, and it ensures that our data becomes their data that they can then use to create more tools, such as Google has done with Bard. This is, for some people, unbearable for the future. And when we think about things like our health data and education data and private government data, there's some limitations on what any of us should be willing to provide in this Web 2 world. Hence, the growth towards Web 3, which allows for a truly decentralized metaverse built on a completely different infrastructure that uses cryptography, very advanced algorithms that can analyze and discern a person's own sovereignty. Now, in this Web 3 world, we each will have our own personal identity that we have created and set up our own domain, if you will, or our own entity that can be represented through an avatar that might look like us. Doesn't have to, could look like what we want to look like. And when we go into the metaverse in Web 3, that identity is validated and verified through encrypted technology that goes deep into the algorithms and ensures that we are who we are, and ensures that what we do when we're working in this world, what we do remains connected to us. The way I look at it, it's kind of like we each have our own little vault that sits on this digital ledger. And the ledger and the algorithms know when we're coming into our vault, and that opens up all of our assets, all of our information, all of our data, everything we've created, and allows us to use that and allows us to selectively share it with others who each have their own vault. So we have access to anyone, anywhere, without these big gateways that own what we do and provide us with ads and other services based on their own best interest. That's the decentralization of the metaverse. When we combine AI, virtual reality, and the high level of security and capability that comes with Web 3, when we combine all of this, and then in the future we build in things like quantum computing that will make this that much faster and more powerful, that opens up a whole realm of opportunities for greater access and change in, for example, education, where today in many areas, classrooms K through 12 are kids sitting and listening to an instructor. What about if instead children could actually experience history, could experience new places, could experience what it was like to live with the dinosaurs or to work through apartheid, a much deeper, richer learning experience through immersion in and being part of it. Corporations are using already these tools for training of people in how to handle crisis situations, how to deal with difficult customers, how to explore in new ways, learning new ways of researching deep sea capabilities to save the ocean, all from a conference room through this form of technology. Gives us a much broader area for learning and collaborating. In areas of healthcare, there's many possibilities. Through technology, we can have access to exactly the specialist that is the perfect person, well-trained, known for curing a particular disease. And through the simulations that are possible to take our symptoms, to take our own individual DNA and simulate what would this drug do to this particular person that has this set of symptoms? What could be the best treatment plan? What will happen in 2 weeks when this person is treated in this way? Then we connect them to the specialist. Mental health is another area that can be totally changed, where people can relive traumas or issues, but doing it in a safe way with the right specialist holding their hand. Issues can be solved in a matter of hours or days, as opposed to weeks, months, and years. Governments are also embracing this new reality, not only as a way of introducing new potential citizens to their environment, but as a way of potentially retaining the legacy of their culture. This particular nation, Tuvalu in the Pacific Ocean, is threatened from global warming. As the seas rise, they may no longer have a physical land. So they are creating their own nation in the metaverse. So the future generations that may never see the island can experience what it's like to have been there and can experience the culture from their forefathers. Lots of opportunities in our lives for metaverse Web3 applications through which we can operate and we can exchange and we can build transactions, if you will, in an exchange using tokens. Now, a token could be Bitcoins or any of the other 2,000 various cryptocurrencies that are available in the world, or they can also be what's referred to as a non-fungible token, which is in essence a digital representation of something. And over the past couple of years, we've seen a huge growth in these NFTs. Consider it a representation of something that you love, like your favorite Nike sneakers in your favorite color with exactly the pattern that you believe defines you with your name on them, that your avatar can use as it walks around exploring the real estate that you've bought. Maybe you've bought the biggest house that there is in Tuvalu, and you're enjoying setting up your furniture. It could all be NFTs in that house, going to the beach, wearing your sneakers. So it is an alternate reality, if you will. For companies, this opportunity to extend their brand through NFTs has created a whole new marketplace and significantly new revenue as a way of attracting younger generation or very loyal members of their society and their customer base and extending what they do into this new world. The other way that organizations are extending their real world is through decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs, which are in essence like an innovation skunk works type project where people around the world that have a common passion can come together, connecting via their avatars on the digital ledger, the blockchain, and they can work together to solve a problem, create something new. They all have their own assets they bring in, and they have agreed how much investment they're going to make. That is stored in their vault on the blockchain, if you will. And at the end of the project, they can, based upon their smart contract of who's going to own what, they can divide this up as true ownership. A new world that gives us lots of opportunities to collaborate, to explore, and to work together. Ultimately, it's all about the experience. It's no longer sitting and listening. It's no longer reading. It's immersing in, being part of, trying it. There is nothing that can go wrong when you're trying things in a digital simulation on a secure blockchain environment. So when people ask me, as a future-ready innovator from Silicon Valley, what should somebody do to get started? Just try it. Take action. If you have young people in your life, chances are they're already buying NFTs. They're playing in games with a lot of this technology that they can educate you. So it's all about collaborating. Learn from the younger generations. Explore with your own team members. Encourage people to try things, and then come together and collaborate about your learning. There is no expert on what the metaverse is and how it's going to work. We're building this. That's all part of the journey that we're in this new reality. So I would advise you to embrace it. It's not going to overtake us. We as people have a huge role to play in discerning, in understanding, in adding the creativity, in adding the humanness. So take action. Put those 3D glasses on. Jump in with the young people around you. Try it. Set up your entity and your domain in the blockchain. Buy an NFT or create an NFT. There's easy tools available to do that. And share with others. It takes a village to create a new world. Let's begin to all collaborate together in building that village and in building a better society. I'm Jennifer Vessels from Silicon Valley and a global nomad. I look forward to working with you as we jointly move forward in this brave new world. Feel free to reach out, connect with me on LinkedIn. I would be happy to come and speak for your events. I would be happy to run a workshop on how you can best leverage technology to build the bridge from business as usual into the new reality. I look forward to seeing you in that new world and working with you along the way. Thank you.